Tonight,
I really didn't want to tell her that I'd put on weight. I knew that she'd be devastated.
time for Dave to face the music
He's gone from hero to zero.
as Michelle lays down the law.
Don't just talk it, mate. Do the walking.
Plus,
I have something to show you.
Camp Biggest Loser gets a rude awakening.
Phil and Joel are the strongest they've ever been. And they're gunning for you.
This morning I walked into the dining room and there was a note there for the contestants and trainers, and my heart just sunk because notes are usually bad juju. Hey guys!
Oh, no, my God, not another one.
The contestants and trainers.
What is it with the letters?
What is it with the letters?
What is it that involves the trainers and us?
Wouldn't be time for the 42 already, would it? So I thought, well, is the 42K around the corner? Is that about to start? Are we possibly going to see all the ex-contestants again?
Well, we can't open it until we get the trainers, so...
Yeah.
All right, let's wait for them.
Let's wait. Let's go.
Arriving at Camp Biggest Loser today, my major concern was that Phoebe, Lisa and Shannon, my contestants, were still here.
We knew the trainers were going to be nervous to see who got eliminated, so we decided to play a little trick, and Phoebe hid behind the couch.
As I walked into the room, I immediately noticed that Phoebe was missing. I could not believe it. My warrior, the super freak, had been eliminated. Well, this wasn't what I was hoping to see.
You could just see the look of horror on Shannon's face in particular. I mean, he was just devastated thinking that Phoebe had gone.
What happened?
We had Wayne, but there was actually no elimination.
What are you doing?
She's just being silly.
How many times have I been got on that? Heaps. I get it every time.
elimination?
No elimination.
Did they say why?
Just as a reward.
For getting this far.
Yeah, for getting this far in the competition, there'd be no elimination this week. Yeah.
We all had to weigh in and go to weigh in as
Because-
normal because there's a penalty incurred on the person that gets the lowest percentage.
So how are the numbers?
I weighed in first and lost 800 grams.
I stepped up second, extremely confident. I lost 900 grams.
I was third and I lost 1.4.
Go.
Sitting on the lounge, I was extremely nervous about telling Michelle. I really didn't want to tell her that I'd put on weight. I knew that she'd be devastated, and I knew it was going to be hard. Then it was my turn to get up, and I was extremely confident. I got on the scales and I put on 100 grams.
Completely blown away. I know how hard this man trains and the training that he did prior to going to New Zealand. Now, we may not have trained as hard in NZ, but I just can't see how he could have gained 100 grams.
So the penalty basically is that I've now got that.
Oh, no.
So I've now scored the nothing bracelet, and because I've put on weight as well, I'm not eligible for immunity this week.
Far out. So that's your biggest loser.
My reward for being biggest loser was to choose who should get the double bracelet. And in good conscience, I couldn't have given it to Phoebe or Shannon. So
Why?
I just couldn't put the target on their back.
That's the only reason? $400,000 wasn't interesting?
$400,000 in, if you're there is interesting, but, this has probably put a bigger target on my back as well, so I'd prefer that target to be on my back than theirs.
Right. Well, any other news?
Just one thing.
Oh, I was joking.
I found this morning. The contestants and the trainers.
I hope it's not train the trainer.
Well, we haven't read it. We've
haven't read
saved
it
it
yet.
for you to arrive.
Go, Phoebes.
I was a little nervous, but I was more eager just to find out, is this going to be good or is this going to be bad?
To the contestants and trainers, please go to the weigh-in room immediately. There is something you need to see.
Oh, joy.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's go.
I'm excited now. This is... Dun, dun, dun.
Walking into the weigh-in room and not knowing what to expect, I was feeling a little bit nervous. And it's just one of those times when, you know, at Camp Biggest Loser, when you just have no idea what's going to happen and you just hope it's something good.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Haley.
Contestants, as you well know, you are not the only ones left in this competition. Right now, you know nothing of Phil and Joe's whereabouts. Well, I have something to show you. Right now, you know nothing of Phil and Joe's whereabouts. Well, I have something to show you.
We thought that, you know, the boys were probably on some island again or somewhere a little bit more luxurious than the Australian outbacks.
All right, boys. My mission is to send you back to Camp Biggest Loser machines. Physically and mentally. We want to destroy the rest of them. Training starts now. Drop and give me 20. Let's go. Get on the ground. I want the top position. You got no, wait. To my cadence.
I've only had one taste of the commando, so I can't even imagine what these guys are going through, having to deal with that every day.
Up, squat. Drive it forward.
Looking at Joe and Phil in the outback, they're working really, really hard. I don't think I'm keeping up with them this week. I've lost 800 grams this week. I'm definitely not keeping up. Joe looks fantastic.
When I saw the commando had made the boys shave their heads, I thought I was pretty thankful for having a Joe Bailey haircut.
You've got this unrelenting sand dune. Let's go. Let's get our backsides up that hill. Down and up. Drive it out.
What scares me most about Joe and Phil being trained by the commandos, we don't actually know how well they're doing. We haven't seen their weight losses.
Have a look around at what they're training in. They're going to destroy you.
We're 10 times stronger now and a lot fitter and tougher, and you got to be out here to experience this, and I don't think anyone back there can handle this sort of stuff besides us.
Let's go, a couple more meters.
There's been plenty of talk from the commando and Phil and Joe about how they're going to smash us up. You know, good luck to them. They don't know what we're doing in the house, so we're not going to give that up lightly, and we'll see who gets smashed at the end of the day.
Phil and Joe are the fittest, the toughest, and the strongest they've ever been. Come on! They're gunning for you. No one ever said it was going to be easy. Let's go. Come on, a little more. Ah!
For the past 3 weeks, Phil and Joe have been pushed by the man who rules with an iron fist. They are working hard, commando style.
Seeing Joe and Phil training with the commando has really opened my eyes and made me remember exactly what I've got to do, and that's make sure one of them doesn't take my spot.
If you hope to hold your own against Phil or Joe in a race for the final 4, let me tell you, you've got your work cut out for you. Because while we're talking, they are training. So everyone, get cracking. There's no time to waste.
I've got no doubt that all 4 of these contestants will fight to the death to keep themselves here. They've come too far and worked too hard and sacrificed too much to just roll over now. But it will be a good fight, and I can't wait to see it.
Like you mean business.
Next on The Biggest Loser.
Swing it. Swing it.
The girls show their fighting spirit.
We all headed back to the lounge room to really have a chance to discuss exactly what's just happened.
What do you think of that?
Never would have picked her in the outback.
I honestly, when I look at that, I think Joe looks really good. Phil looked the same to me, but Joe looked smick.
So does that intimidate you?
A little, it does. Not enough to want to, hang up the hook and go, oh, Joe's going to beat me, but it just go, ooh.
All the work that he's doing now is to beat Phil to get back in here, then he has to worry about trying to beat us. So I don't care if he's lost 100 kilos. If he beats Phil, he beats Phil. Then he's got to try and beat me.
Clearly, Joe and Phil have thrown the challenge down. The contestants now need to use that as motivation to fire up. Their weight loss this week has been dismal. If they can't find motivation, surely this will be it. I'm glad that you're motivated, and I'm pretty sure you guys are too.
Yeah.
So there's no time like the present. Let's go train.
If I'm still here at Camp Biggest Loser, when Joe or Phil return, then they're going to have to fight really hard because I'm not giving up my spot because they've had 5 weeks of a free ticket.
I wanted to take my girls straight up to the yard and show them that it doesn't matter where you are, it's how you train that makes a difference. What is that?
That's my moon boot.
Unfortunately for Lisa, she had an Achilles tear that happened a couple of weeks ago. The injury's progressed to the point now that she must wear a boot in all her waking hours. How do you feel?
Frustrated. It's restricting my training again, so it's really frustrating.
Phoebe, you watched the boys in Northern Territory? And what?
I felt a little bit intimidated by the commander. I thought Joe looked really, really good. The things that sort of intimidated me about Joe and Phil in the Outback was just the intensity. They just looked hardcore.
Does he think it matters if you do it in the desert or in the yard at Camp Biggest Loser?
No.
Right, I'm going to show you how to do it today.
Oh, okay.
I wanted the girls to realise that whatever Commando was doing with Phil and Joe in the Northern Territory was no different than what we were doing here.
Shannon's pretty funny. He's got laryngitis and he's still here to train Lisa and I, and he's still going to shout at us with this raspy little voice like this.
How much fight's left, Phoebes?
I got a fair bit.
Don't you ever be intimidated by people that look tough. It comes from here, toughness is in here. Don't ever worry about the look.
We started off with a cardio box workout for the arms, just a minute on each one. Gets your arms feeling like jelly straight away.
Get it up, Lisa, over your head. Swing it. Swing it. Like you mean business. Come on. Good. Get it up. That's it. Phoebe and Lisa had seen Phil and Joe smashing up the dirt in the Northern Territory with a sledgehammer. We've got a sledgehammer here and a tractor tyre. What's the difference? Come on, show those boys you think they look dangerous. Are they going to take what's yours?
No.
Hey? But you got a sore foot. Hey? You got a sore foot. You going to go down that way?
No.
Show me. Come on, get it up. Good.
It actually felt quite good. It was a good form of therapy, I think, to beat out my frustrations from having my boot and all the other negative thoughts that might have been in my head that day.
Time to fight like hell. Left, left, right. Good again. 4. 4. 4.
It was really nice to sort of have that feeling of doing a good workout, knowing I'm inhibited by the boot and that it doesn't matter that I've got the boot or for how long I have to wear it, I'll still be able to get a good workout.
Go. Show me. Show me fast. Show me fast. Show me frustration with that boot. Go.
No
faster.
In the boot.
Faster.
No frustration in my boot.
No
Just
frustration.
determination.
Good. What lives in your boot?
Determination.
Is that boot going to hold you back?
Nope.
Say it.
Boot is not holding me back.
Say it.
Boot is not holding me back. No.
What about that bracelet?
Bracelet.
It's yours now.
It's mine.
Can you go all the way now you've got it on?
I'm going to go all the way.
A lot of people put it out there that, I could actually win this thing, and so I guess having the double bracelet now gives me a little bit more incentive to strive for that, and I'll definitely use it for that.
You think it makes you a target?
It makes me stronger. It doesn't make me a target.
Why?
Because I've got it. They can't take it off me unless I give them 10.
What about a boot?
Boot's not holding me back.
Girl. Suck it up. hurt.
Yes.
Want to get up?
No.
The boy's got more than you.
No.
Up. He's tough as them.
Yeah,
4,
yeah.
go. 4, duck. 4, duck. 6.
At the start of this training session, I was intimidated by the boys in the outpack, and by the end, Shannon's turned it around for me and made me feel really positive and believe in myself and go, you know what, I'm just as strong as the boys, I'm just as tough. I'm going through harder things than they are. I had to throw myself off a building last week.
What a girl. You girls are going to have to fight like that every session. And he's done me proud, so you just keep fighting. By the end of the session, I knew both Phoebe and Lisa weren't intimidated with what they'd seen Phil and Joe do. They'd realised that no matter what they're doing up there in the desert, we can do it down here and some.
Next on The Biggest Loser,
Come on.
Michelle puts the pressure on.
Don't just talk it, mate. Do the walking. Another day at the office, boys. Heading into today's training, Shannon and Dave have every reason to be fired up. All right, well, what did you think about that? The boys are on their way back. Motivated?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Looks like they're training hard.
Yeah, they are. They would be, for sure, without a doubt.
But, we're not here on a holiday camp, so, we've been training as well. And, if they want our spots, they've got to fight for it.
Yes, they do.
Well, let's put in a good hard training session and make this one count.
Let's do it.
Boys, cross trainer now. Today's training session was a circuit. Upper body, lower body, strength, and cardio. All right, on your marks, get set, go. Think about those fellas out there. They're out there training just to get you guys out of here. The 1 kilometre on the cross trainer wasn't just about getting it done in their speed, it was about getting it done in my speed. I made them work it in interval sprints, and they were absolutely hammering. Back it off for 5, 4, back it off, 3, 2, go. 20 seconds this time. Go, Shan. Last 10 seconds, push it out. Yes, Shannon, 180 now, come on. Go, 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 good. You got there. All right, let's go. 30 shoulder presses. Nice work, Shannon. Go to another place. I can see you doing that. That's perfect. Don't just talk it, mate. Do the walking. Go. You want to talk the tough stuff? You got to walk it as well. Go, Dave. Finish it. Dave's state of mind right now is pretty low. He's gained weight and he's now got the nothing bracelet. He's gone from hero to 0. And he's feeling it. You want to say how hard you're going to train and how much they're going to have to fight to get your position? Prove it. Show how much fight you've got in you.
During today's training session, I had plenty to think about. I was really thinking about the fact that I put on weight during the week, which has just shattered me. It was about trying to get focus and really use that to motivate myself to go as hard as I could in that training session.
What's that doing to you? It had you rattled? How are you still feeling with that?
I don't necessarily feel rattled about the bracelet. I feel rattled about putting on weight. To have that result on the scale, I'm not necessarily worried about the bracelet for now. I'm more just trying to turn all the negatives into a positive.
You got to do that.
Which is one of the big things I got out of New Zealand. Getting this far in the competition has been amazing, and I've come so far in my own development, and for me, I'm extremely motivated and determined to keep my place here. I don't want to give it up to anyone who's been eliminated or who's been out with the commando.
Come on, as fast as you can, you guys. Quality but quick. Quality but quick. Push. You can't get complacent. There's no time for that now. You're in the final 4 in the house. You've got 2 guys begging to get back in here that have been training with Commando, and you've got the rest of the world coming back for the 42 kilometres. All your hard work and sacrifice is hanging by a thread. What are you going to do? You got to put it in now.
The Commando made a reference to the fact that Joe and Phil are going to come back here and smash us. Well, Joe and Phil can come back and try, but I can tell you right now that I'm doing everything I can to make sure that's not possible.